my friends out there from Ring Mundial. This is another clip from Boxing Capital. This time I want to talk about, the imminent Mexican derby between Miguel Alacran, or Scorpion if you want to call him like that, but we call him Alacran. Miguel Alacran Berchelt and Oscar Valdez. Why did I choose this topic? Because Valdez just fought a few days ago against Jason Valdez from Puerto Rico. And I can see why they picked Jason Valdez, because it was a good tune-up fight. It turned out to be a good tune-up fight. It almost went the distance. And also, Valdez has long arms. There's something similar to Berchelt, but there's a huge distance in pressure. There's a huge distance in boxing. And there's even a bigger distance in power, between Valdez and Berchelt. Berchelt is an animal. Let's make no mistake. And the kind of pressure that guy, Berchelt, puts on his opponents is brutal. It totally reminds me, some people might be thinking I'm exaggerating, but it reminds me to Salvador Sanchez in the way in the way he steps up. And he's he gives here's Musa. Hey Musa, quítate. Okay? Musa. Ven. So, after Musa's appearing here, it's a cat from my sports club, and over there you can see Benito. Benito is a little more shy and he's almost blind, so he's there. But I just gave him food, so he's happy to see me, because my sports club is empty, and it's been empty for the last few months. So well, going back to the topic, I can see why they picked Valdez. For Oscar Valdez, I give credit to Valdez. It turned out he solved the fight. It was an uncomfortable fight. At the end, we thought it was going to go the 10 rounds. On the 10th, he knocked out Jason. But Jason, it's a soft hitter. So that's a huge difference. I can understand why it was a tune-up fight for Valdez, but Valdez was a 126 pounds fighter. This was only his second fight, if I'm not mistaken, in super featherweight, and I don't see him just yet against Leo Santa Cruz, and even less against Alacran Berchelt. I think it's too much of a task. If I was his team, I will do a campaign in 130 pounds a little longer before going with those top dogs, because I think he can get blasted. I saw a lot of flaws. He was never comfortable with the distance, not in the short range, not in the long range. He never found his distance against Valdez, even though he won almost every round. But that's because of the quality of the opponent. I don't see him winning rounds like that against Berchelt, to be honest. So, it's a Mexican derby. They always have surprises, and they're always brutal. Well, Chavez against Canelo wasn't brutal. Chavez Jr. against Canelo was far from brutal. It was horrible. But that's the exception to the rule. Normally, a fight between two Mexican champions, it's a war. And we know it worldwide. There's facts that prove that statement. So, reckon, on the other hand, I don't like scientific boxing. I hope trainers and people who are behind Valdez don't do what I think is best, which will be to have more fights at super featherweight, and just throw him against Valdez. Why not? Against Berchelt. Why not? Valdez was a champion at featherweight at 126. It's only one weight class is going up. Well, I know it's huge, a weight class, but why not? I don't like scientific boxing. I hope that fight gets made soon. It's a good Mexican derby, and we have had surprises in the past where we think one of the two Mexicans is going to win and the other one turns out winning. I mean, just if we turn back the clock and we go to Zamora against Zarate in the 70s, Zamora was undefeated. He was silver at the Munich Olympic Games. So he was a favorite in that fight, and he got blasted in 3 rounds. If I don't remember wrong. Yeah, it was 3 rounds, yeah. So there's been surprises, between Mexicans. But I think Valdez would be a huge underdog against Berchelt. I don't see him, dethroning Berchelt. Not by any chance. They are friends. They get along well. I know they're going to prep 100% for that fight. No one has a doubt of what kind of warrior Valdez is. We saw him against British Scott Quigg, and Scott Quigg didn't make weight the day before. By the time of the fight, he was waiting what a welterweight will do when the fight was supposed to take place at featherweight, and Valdez got a broken jaw. He got a broken. He also his wrist he broke, and he managed to stay in the fight and to win the fight. So no one is questioning Valdez guts and Valdez blood, but we are questioning Valdez boxing. Is that going to be enough to challenge and to defeat Alacrán Berchelt? I pretty much doubt it, but I'm eager to hear your opinion about it. Thanks so much for watching this clip from Boxing Capital for Ring Mundial. Thanks very much.